Organic bananas typically run anywhere between like 15 to 20 cents more than regular. So right now I believe they're 79 cents per pound. Right now, they're like most of our produce is coming from Mexico. So that's where they're coming from right now, but it can change. The climate can change, you know, like it could be very hot, or like right now, that's why a lot of product is coming from Mexico, because like California and like Florida and stuff, where we get some of our other items or produce, it could go through a drought, or it could go through rainy season, and it could just flood everything out. So the climate can just change, you know what I mean? It's not typically over there, they have a pretty good climate. It's pretty, you know, moist. The moisture is pretty good, so stuff can grow pretty good over there year round. The most bought crop is in, I'm not sure what the most, I know the most dominant crop like bought here in the United States is banana. You know, I'm not 100% on that part. I do know that, you know, it does, especially if like we're transporting from different regions, it can be pretty costly. But, you know, normally when it gets like to, you know, summertime, we get a lot of produce from Colorado. So a lot of it's Colorado grown, which is really great for us, you know what I mean? And people know that it's fresh, it's coming directly from here.
So it's locally grown?
Right, and it's not taking days to get here, or, you know what I mean? It could take, because anywhere else it could take like 3 to 4 days to get here, and then by the time it gets here, they got to ship it to us. So it could be like a week before it hits the floor. Chiquita's one, Dole. Those are our typical, like our top two. Sometimes we might get a little bit of off rounds, but you know, we try to stick with those just because they're the best. Like I said, you know, if it's coming from a different part, because we can't grow bananas here, obviously, but if it's coming from a different part, like California, or anywhere else, you know what I mean? It can take a while. Mexico, it could take 3-4 days to get here. Then by the time it hits our warehouse, you know, then they ship it to us. So we typically try to keep a shelf life for customers. We're getting that down to, or getting that to about like 6 days of shelf life when you take it home from here.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty long time. It could probably last almost like 2 weeks. Well, when you get any organic product, nothing is gassed, or like, because they gas bananas. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they gas like regular bananas when they come here. Bananas can't be in a certain temperature. Like, I don't know if you've ever bought bananas, but they cannot, you know, they have to stay in a certain temperature zone. Once they reach either over or under that temperature zone, they start to go bad, or they start to get those sugar spots, the black spots and stuff like that. But organic, they're not gassed. So typically, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you go to an organic section of bananas and then to a regular section are always pretty much ripe, like 85% of the time. Organic bananas are always usually greener, just because they're not gassed. So, you know, they're separated from, when they do this, it's a separate farm, you know what I mean? They keep them in a separate area. They're not even close to touching anything that's, you know, conventional, or having anything to do with any sprays or anything. You know, it's kind of like, if you want to eat better, you got to pay that little bit of extra dollar, just because they do take the extra steps into keeping, you know, the pesticides off of those, you know, any waxes or any type of like gases or anything off those products. They're organic, you know, they're coming directly from, you know, the dirt. So you might, of course, you got to wash. You should always wash your produce. when you buy it, no matter what, even if it is organic.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just those extra steps that they take. It's going to cost a little bit more to keep, you know what I mean, to keep those farms going.
Okay.
Peppers are usually per each, but organic wise they are per pound, and they are a little bit more pricey. Our peppers conventionally range anywhere between like $1 to like $1.59 each. Organic can go up to like $4.99 per pound. We get them, you know, like I said, a lot of our produce right now is coming from Mexico. So they are from Mexico at this moment right now.
Over the rainbow, way up high.
You know, I'm not 100% sure on the peppers, where they're exactly distributed from. We get them from a lot of different growers. Peppers are really delicate. You want to keep them like in a refrigerator or in your crisper, just because the extra moisture and being in the cold, it keeps them longer. You put them out, like if you leave them out, they're gonna go bad. Like they wrinkle up within a day at least. So shelf life, it varies.
We have fallen down again tonight. In this world it's hard to get it right. Trying to make your heart feel like